Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of D&D. My name is John and I am joined by Sean.
I'm here.
Amy.
I'm over there.
Kiri.
Hi, everyone.
Tanny.
I'm upside down. Don't help.
And Richard.
Hello.
And we're all apparently in various orientations. And all locations. We're here to play some D&D. Now, Jeff isn't here, but before the last game, Jeff suggested a thing of getting you guys to do the recaps this campaign.
Well, Jeff can go fuck himself.
So, anybody remember what happened last time? Want to tell us what happened? I'm going to look at Amy and say, Amy, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, allow me to recount everything.
Cool.
So, we were all in the mines. Carrion tried to get this skull, but it fell apart, so we couldn't get it. You found the creature that made the miners disappear. You killed them. It was a Grell. Did that. Went back. Got the reward. Found another woman who was offering another reward. Heard this weird, creepy song about a local legend. And then Cherish's husband, who just magically exists, showed up, and we leveled up.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful experience going through all that.
Yeah, those are all things
You're
that occurred to
You were
AJ.
like, yeah, it was great seeing you being there and everything.
So those are the things what occurred. To clarify on some of them, possibly the reward you are getting the following day. So the day that this game starts on, you are picking up your reward. You have accepted potentially 2 side quests. Which if you can on your journal notes on the left sidebar,
I can try and do that.
You'll see that you've got Nature Spirits, which is Cherish has been asked to hunt for some chewinga.
Chewinga.
What?
Chewingas. You know that cute little thing that Seraphine had from Termalaine. They're like little forest spirits things.
Oh, okay.
They call. I think she called it Lotus. I think.
Yes. But they're like very small nature spirits. And then you've also been asked to track a killer. Which, if you're taking notes, you have lots of notes on the killings and the murders and things. You were planning to set out to Targos, and so for those of you, other than Carrion and Cherish, who are new to the area,
We're going to Argos.
You're going to Argos.
We're going to get the tiny pens.
The tiny pens.
They don't do them anymore, do they? It's all, high tech.
Such a shame.
How sad.
So for Dax, Brim, and AJ, and Snicket, technically, you know the following things about Targos. Targos is a slightly larger town than Termalaine. There is a bit of a rivalry between the two towns. They don't get along.
Right.
I better write some notes on this.
The speaker of Targos is a Nyreth Maxildanar, which is a name that I will put in the chat for you to be able to see it.
That's a whole surname. Maxel Dinar.
It sounds Simish.
He is a human.
That's a weird name for a human.
Yeah, I was expecting like some sort of other race besides
I was
human.
expecting like a drow with that name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maxel
very-
Dinar.
He is
very Simish.
he is a human who won the speakership because he is very popular with the fishermen.
Oh, is he now?
That
Oh,
sounds
really?
like yeah.
I don't know why I was expecting because he's popular with the ladies.
Targos, much like Termalaine, is another fishing village. And it's on the same lake. It's basically the trip that you're going to take is around the Maya Duladun, which is the big lake.
Okay.
The heraldry of Targos is a single-sailed black ship facing to the right on a light field of blue, because they're fisher people. They do fishing in the lake in boats. They like boats.
They like the boots.
I like big boats and I can't not lie.
You would also most likely know that it's been a bit tough for them of recent, as the larger boats have been trapped in the ice due to points hand out window at general all of the ice that's happening right now, and so the fishermen from Targos are just taking their smaller vessels and sort of pushing them across the ice into the unfrozen center of the lake, and fishing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's vaguely what you know about Targos. It has a small shop by the name of the Triglio. It has a pair of taverns. It has a tavern and an inn. The inn is known as the Luskan Arms.
What's this small shop called again?
The Triglio.
Try and spell it.
Triglio.
Leo.
Well, I almost had it right. I'm just put a Y instead of an I and an O.
And the tavern in the town is known as the Three Flags Sailing. That
Right, tavern, 3 flags sailing,
3 flags sailing.
and the inn,
is called the Luskan Arms.
Luskin.
So I'm now going to transfer you guys to for the first time.
Is it the map?
We're going to the Icewind Dale map.
I've got a physical thing of this map, which is rare for me to have any physical D&D stuff, so get me.
This
Also, can I just say, if Neth doesn't have like a dude bro voice, I'm gonna be very disappointed. It's like, sup bros, my name's Naxel Dinar. Radical.
It'd be very.
Yeah, our first meeting with him is him snowboarding down the street.
Yeah.
Like, how
Obviously.
bunged, dude.
so,
You have like frosted hair tips, like he's in the 90s.
Like, dudes, welcome to
And the fact
Targa.
that you were to give him like the tragic backstory, like, oh, I lost my family, but like, how a bummer, dude.
this
Dude,
is
I lost my
Termalaine.
family. Lost my family to some wicked snow. And,
It's best to just let you guys go at this point, isn't it?
yeah.
Hmm.
We'll tire ourselves out.
This is
That would
be
Termalaine, and basically the trip that you're going to take today is to follow this black line around to here, and this here is Targos.
Targos, dude.
I feel this road is very dangerously close to the rip.
It's technically not the road. The road, they didn't think to put the road on the player map for reasons. That's just the edge of the lake. But effectively the road follows the path of the edge of the lake.
Or isn't that just the poop here?
Which if I also look at this page, it will tell me that the trip itself, you estimate, will take you about 4 hours.
Okay.
Cool.
Assuming you are planning to go on foot.
Unless we can try and hire some like cart and horse.
Or sled.
Yeah,
Or sled.
sled and dogs. That seems.
Yeah, typically we're
Sled
looking at
dogs.
dog sled.
Dog sled. Dog sled. Dog sleds. Do it.
Dogs that can carry like 6 people.
Big dogs, but they pull the sled.
And
We're not
most
going to
dogs
ride
are a
them.
single person.
Unless we get them to like put the storage on the sled and then we just walk, saving us from the heavy trek.
Yeah, I'm going to raise this now before I forget. Because the Arctic is my favorite terrain,
Yes.
difficult terrain doesn't slow the group's travel.
That is fair. That is good to know.
And we can't become lost except by magical means.
Okay. Well noted.
Isn't that fabulous?
You're
So
a babe,
noted,
Dax.
kill Dax. Cool.
There's too many advantages. Let's get rid of it.
Dax, why have you got this big bullseye on your back? It's
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that. Oh, I'm seeing a really massive like arrow
Dax, you've
coming
got
this
something
way.
red on your head.
yeah. What's this weird red like dot on? It's like it's moving around. What the fuck? It's
Actually good.
Anyway, you wake up the day after you cleared the gemstone mines. You met briefly with Cherish's. You saw at the very least Cherish's. You saw Cherish. You saw that guy
that one guy,
that
yes.
Cherish is married to.
what? Wait, Cherish is married?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it myself.
Shocking
for all of us.
You all feel a little bit stronger, a little bit resolved in your actions, and you go and you claim your money, which I believe all of you have already put on your character sheets. So
I believe.
I don't know.
I
I
put it on
don't
to
know
Mavis,
either.
so
Well, how much was it?
you should have.
We
should have been
got
10
about
gold.
we got about 16 gold total. So whatever you have had at the start plus 16.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine
it's
with
added
me.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Are you planning to head out on foot, or are you wishing to look into dog sleds?
I'm gonna
Should we
fly,
hire-
ho. What are you chatting?
Dax is very much of the opinion. Come on, it's only 4 hours in the Arctic conditions. You know, it's not like it's far or dangerous.
And then suddenly shit happens. Oh well. Since you said that you're quite known to these areas, I can trust you on that. Trust you that you can take us over there safely.
Well, I'm sure I can get there safely. I'm
Excuse
sure.
me. I'm supposed to be the tour guide here.
Oh,
So
well,
what would
are you familiar with the optic conditions as a peacock?
Yes,
Okay.
I've been hired by her.
That is true.
How much are you paying her?
We haven't really agreed on anything, have we, our character?
Exposure.
That is a. If you
That-
don't mind me saying, that's
interesting. But
a
I'm
bit
not, because
So-
I'm willing to pay her, pay them, I meant, sorry.
That's all right.
But the problem is, the fact is that that's made me feel like, hey, I would pay you for, oh, how much you need? I just want to be exposed. What?
Listen, if the word gets around about me, then it's profit at the end of the day.
still, you should have some financial compensation for your work. Giving someone a tour around these towns is dangerous work.
Not to mention, you could easily lose some of your equipment if not. That'd be
Equipment?
really-
Yeah, you might have to take care of your digits if you're not, gloved and booted properly. I mean,
Oh,
the risk of frostbite out there is
Like, let me at
okay.
least,
high.
yeah, let me at least, compensate you, because you are doing me quite a huge favor.
Okay, we'll give it another day, and if you still require my services, we'll start charging then. In the meantime, you can pay for drinks.
I don't see why not.
How?
Oh, wonderful.
So if we are heading out of town, how much would a dog sled be?
So the sled would set you back 20 gold.
Okay.
Weighs 300 pounds and has room at the back for one person driving it.
Okay.
The sled dog would set you back about 50.
I
Now,
say we
just
hoof it.
only that'll be helping one person.
Yes. Like I
Right.
said, dog sleds are only made for one person.
Oh.
You would also know of a common mount in these parts is the axe beak,
Beak.
which is a large,
Horror bird!
bird that has splayed toes that allow it to run across the snow.
I kind of want to see a picture of this if you do have one,
I can make that happen.
please.
It doesn't look unlike a dinosaur.
I don't know why. I'm just thinking of a dodo in my head.
Yes. You know,
And I'm
you're
gonna be
not
completely
entirely
wrong. Oh, I'm not entirely wrong.
Imagine a dodo, then imagine it a lot taller, a lot angrier,
Sounds like a bird type of a chihuahua.
and a lot less likely to be eaten to death.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bird type of a chihuahua.
It has a nasty disposition. I'm very much in favor of,
Oh,
I mean, I walk
Yo.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's
that
an
is so
axe beak.
cool. I want one.
What a good boy.
How much will they set us
Oh,
Oh God,
an
be like,
axe
fuck
that is a
it.
mighty beak.
will also set you back 50 gold.
Ugh.
Bob, fuck that. Maybe in the future when I get enough money.
Soon,
Enough gold.
soon I shall have you, my pretty.
They
He's so cool. Look at them.
They can carry about as much weight as a mule.
But look infinitely cooler.
They do look cooler than a mule. They do have an axe for a beak, which mules
I'm
don't.
actually quite glad that I was somewhat right about it looking like a dodo.
Yeah. Anyway, you head out of town. Unless there's anything else you want to do before we do that.
What'd you say? You called me a dodo?
I don't
You calling
think
me-
so.
Cool.
You calling me a dodo?
Who is leading the group?
Me! Me,
Oh, we have a
myself,
professional tour
I.
guide.
Could
I mean,
get,
if you'd want to assist, Dax.
could I get a survival check
No.
From
from whoever?
From the
wishes to
leader, our
lead the
intrepid
group?
leader, AJ.
Okay. Oh, this is not too bad because I've got check of all traits now. 14.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Let's see how dead they are.
I'm advanced.
You head out along the path, and it is a well traveled route. So it's not overly difficult to follow this path. And you follow it for a couple of hours, and it gets to the middle of the afternoon.
And we can swing Sally and joyous. Yeah.
La-la-la.
And you, AJ, leading the group, you see up ahead a large figure hunched down at the side of the road in front of what looks like the last embers of a campfire.
Okay. Do they look threatening?
They look from the distance that you're at, very large, muscular, bulky figure.
Mm-hmm.
From where you are at the moment, it's difficult to tell. You are close enough that you can see them, and the rest of the rest of this area is pretty flat.
Okay, I am going to organize a group vote. Do we approach or do we divert and find another path to avoid this imposing figure in the distance?
How big are we talking?
Yeah, do we know what it is?
Big.
If
I do speak giant.
Like abnormally big, or just
I think the folks call it Bingus.
if you would like to make
Bingus.
me a perception check,
Bingus.
As
you
in
can.
any of us?
Any of you that wish to look in the general direction that you were traveling
I
Bingus.
I just need to get my character sheet up because I'm a dick.
11.
Ha, I did better than you.
Give me a second, guys.
Here we go.
Stroll where you suck.
Perception.
Oh.
Oh, Brim.
Okay, look, my character
No.
sheet up.
Brim, you've got to look with your eyes open.
What? Oh no, I can't. I can't. No.
Unfortunately, I've just rolled a 5, so I've only got a 6 in perception.
That's alright.
Okay.
I can't do it, there's too much snow.
You all
That's a very good accent, Amy.
look out, except for Brim, who realizes afterwards that
Who's
he was
that?
facing the wrong way.
I'm facing the wrong way. I also don't have my fucking snow
I'm-
goggles on, so I can't see shit.
I'm imagining that he climbs up a snowdrift and then immediately falls through the snowdrift, so that it's like up above his head. Anyway,
Configure perception?
Mhm.
True. That I can see.
I didn't catch some of that.
Sorry, it's saying when I clicked on to roll for perception, it'd come up with a little box saying configure perception, which it didn't do last time.
Did you click the cog?
Oh, I wonder if I've been a fool.
that's the word.
It is you, Boo Boo the fool.
I thought it
There
was
you
a dice. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a persuasion check.
You persuade The snow shall let you see.
Oh, this is legendary.
What?
Perceive. Perceive.
Oh, good job.
Okay, well. Dax unexpectedly looks.
After trying to talk to the snow for a bit.
After persuading the snowdrift to part and let Brim out, Dax and AJ,
Cheers.
you look into the distance and you can see that this is this figure crouched by the side of the road is a half ogre.
Oh, interesting.
What language do half ogres speak?
Probably
Oh.
ogre.
Well,
Actually, ogre-ish. Ogre-ish.
I think it is giant for ogres, isn't it?
You would probably know that they speak giant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
This is
speak
strange.
giant.
Fluent Swahili.
He's a well-travelled.
Yeah.
Oh, would you like to engage in discussions with him then? Or her, not judging.
Would
Or them.
would
Yeah.
we know how half ogres generally like? Would everyone be like, oh god, it's a half giant, half ogre, just run, or would it be like, well, it's as each half ogre is their own person?
You would know that typically ogres are, or half ogres are difficult to judge from a distance. They don't do there isn't sort of a culture
Yes.
of ogre. That they don't build towns. Most of the time, it is advisable to avoid them if you can, but if you get one in the right place with something to trade, maybe they can, maybe you can trade something with them. It depends on which half ogre you're talking to.
I mean, my giants are my favoured foe, so I'm gonna say that Dax doesn't care for them especially.
Yeah, you probably don't.
And I'm gonna my advice, not as the hired tour guide, is that we should probably just try and get around them.
I think it's best to just avoid them, but probably not. I mean, we just not long just did some fighting recently, so I think it's best just to. I mean, the plan is right now is just to get to one town to another.
Also, we don't exactly have anything to trade, so.
But friend,
Yeah, that's. I know, Carrion. But maybe later, maybe next time. I'm sorry.
Sometimes we have to be selective about our friends.
but he looks so friendly.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
But you're judging a book by its cover by saying avoid him.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that maybe in this time we don't have anything to give him. That's not really judging a book by its cover.
And plus,
That's you assuming that he wants something to trade.
we've got
saying-
work to do anyway as well, Carrion. We got time on our hands that we need to get some stuff done.
There's potential for risk and danger and death, and the best upside is we become friends. Then the sort of risk reward, you working that out, and I would say avoid making no judgments on it.
All I'm hearing is a lot of judgments.
Well, maybe we can come back later.
What if he's not here later?
Judging by the fire, I don't think he'll be here later.
Well, maybe we can encounter him another time.
Perhaps.
I think that'd be best if we do it that way. Yes.
Onward!
Karen, are you from a city or are you from the wild? Where do you
Wild.
live normally? The wild. Do you
Well, I
always
lived in a swamp for a very long time.
was every creature in the swamp your friend?
A lot of them.
A lot of them, but not all of them.
Well, I mean, there are a couple of horrible ones. But they were just
Oh.
mean, they were just grumpy.
I'm just thinking of Arlo. Thanks, Sean. I'm gonna watch that movie again soon.
Friends. Everyone's my friend.
La la la.
Amy, could I get another survival check from AJ as you lead the group slightly off the beaten path?
16.
Okay.
And we're lost.
And immediately lost. Never seen again.
We are
Pinky off
lost.
the path.
No, you take a wide arc around this half ogre, and you manage to go off the track and travel in such a way that you don't catch his attention. And he doesn't bother you because he's not noticed that you're there. And it takes you a little bit longer to get to Targos than it would have done if you'd beelined it there past this half ogre. But hey, you haven't had to deal with the half ogre and the delays that potentially could have caused. So,
Quick question, John.
yes.
So I know for a fact is that it is. I'm assuming it is still difficult to understand, like the sky, like saying, like, "Oh, this is the sun in the sky. I'm somewhere around rough in this." What would you say, like the time of the day for us? Because I'm assuming we left quite somewhere early or mid-afternoon-ish.
You left sort of late morning, probably just around about midday.
Right.
You got up, you had breakfast, you went to get the reward from the speaker.
We got up, had breakfast. You made out with your husband.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened.
You went and got the reward from Orus, and so you set out on the road around 11:30 midday. You know at the moment that it starts to get dark around 2 in the afternoon. So at the moment, we're looking at it being about 4:30, 5 o'clock sort of time. So it's nighttime levels of darkness at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way into Targos.
Right.
Which I will now describe.
Fantastic.
A little bit for you.
I'm ready for the pen and paper.
Targos is one of the few cities in the 10 towns that has a wooden wall around it. The other main one being Bryn Shandar, which is the biggest of the 10 towns. The wall extends out from the lake and sort of creates a safe harbour for the town's boats. But unfortunately, the harbour is what is now frozen, so the boats are safe, they just ain't going anywhere. But the wooden wall is designed to protect the town from orcs and various other threats of the wilderness. This is one of the biggest fishing towns and the biggest fishing industry in the 10 towns. And as you get into the town, I think I have a description.
Everyone, roll a death save.
Everyone roll a death saving throw.
Okay.
All right.
No, where is it?
We don't know.
All the death saving throws. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, it isn't. Wait, where is it?
Well, I guess I'm not going to die.
That's cool.
You're cool.
We're all very happy that is a thing.
I'm gonna roll one. Ah, fuck! I died. I died.
Where is...
Fuck it, I'll manually.
I live!
So,
Yeah. I don't.
But Rime the Frostmaiden thing dice actually rolled me a 20, so thank you.
Oh my god.
Rime the Frostmaiden dice.
We died so hard that everything's gone black.
Ah,
did
man.
I
Not
forget
again.
to turn eyesight on for this map?
Well,
I think you might have.
according to the screen, I don't have an active
There you go.
token in the entire thing. So.
There we go.
Yay!
Ah, hello. Is that everyone
He-
rolling a d20?
Can you
No,
pinpoint
can
where
ignore
we
that.
are, please? Can you pinpoint where we are, please?
We're
So you are presently, like, you would have come along this route.
Okay.
And would be
Oh, yeah.
making it into this gate over here.
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
Aces pass, I'm a seagull.
Oh,
So, as some of you have travelled around a little bit, here is a rundown of places in Targos.
Argos.
This fine building here is the Triglio,
The shop.
which is the small shop. It sells
seashells by the sea.
seashells by the seashore. No, it sells common goods.
Ugh, common goods.
You can pick up most supplies there. Over here is the Three Flags Sailing, which is where the fishermen come for a bowl of stew and a quick pint before heading to bed.
Quick point in it.
The tavern is run by a plump, grey-haired widow by the name of Ethan Yarbrol, better known to almost everyone as Ma.
So what's this for? Is that the one, the tavern or the inn?
That is the tavern, the Three Flags Sailing.
Yep. What's the guy's name?
Ethan Yarbrol is the owner, a plump, grey-haired widow who is a human female, better known as Ma. She fusses over the fishers as if they were her own children. Some of them might be.
Fan Ma. How did you spell the last name?
One moment.
Blah.
Rah, rah, Rasputin.
Like that. Yarbrol.
Cool.
And then over here is the Luskan Arms,
Okay.
which is also where the town speaker lives.
Yes. Maxwell Denar.
The Luskan Arms is the oldest public house in the 10 Towns and was established when Bryn Shandar was just the camp on the hill.
Wow.
Does
Many
it have a
of-
blue plaque?
Yeah, something along those lines. Many of the traders who came to Targos in those days hailed from Luskan, and so the Luskan Arms was built to look like a pub
That's good.
back in Luskan.
Congratulations. That's pretty cool.
The inn has sturdy walls but rotten floorboards, and drafts come up from the common up into the common room from the cellar.
disgusting.
Not an amazing place. What would you guys like to do?
We're here specifically looking for Torg's traveling merchants. Right?
Yeah. Maybe we're the last time they've been here.
Well, best information usually gathered in taverns and other places. So we have the inn, or
But is there a town square in which a traveling merchant caravan type thing might set up?
Yeah, I'm assuming there's like a little area where.
Yeah, it'd be like a market area.
Well, the town hall is here.
Okay.
into
So
a space for a square.
Potentially, this is an open area.
There's something seems to be further up as well. Going from the left of the town square, the town house hall event. Sorry, that looked a bit like kind of an open area as well. Yeah, where Sean is. Yeah.
True. So
That
we've got a
was quite
couple of
open.
places.
And that looks a lot flatter as well. That looks very.
So what time is it in the day for us?
So it's currently about 5 in the evening. It is as dark as night.
Should we settle down for the evening?
Well,
Like,
yeah, we could at least find a place to go.
Well, I haven't been here in a bit.
There is the Luskan Arms.
Or
we
the
could go
three-
there.
Or the three flags sailing.
If we want to
Is
get
that-
wasted, yes.
Yeah, is that an actual? Could we stay at the flag sailing one?
No, the Luskan Arms is
It's-
the inn, and
it's
tavern is the
yes.
three flag slayings. Blah blah blah.
The free fucks given. That's what I'm calling it.
Luskan Arms isn't. It's closer to the entrance where we're going, right?
Yeah.
No, that looks like.
So the entrance
Oh.
the entrance is here.
Mm-hmm.
The Luskan Arms is here. So it's
It's actually a bit
Just
further away.
harbour. Yeah, it's just walk down the harbour, really, isn't it?
In
In it.
And they're
Don't judge me
roughly-
saying in it.
In
I think
it.
From the gate, I think they're roughly in distance.
Yeah. Well, we could
no,
go
there's-
to the inn first. Not the inn, the other one, the tavern. Because,
There could be spicy information there.
I mean,
Well,
that's
what's it-
where all the
At the Luskan Arms is where the speaker is. The town's. Well, that's where he lives.
Yeah, but that's so boring, isn't it?
And when we told by the Gari dwarf lady that they didn't want officials involved.
True. So
I don't know. I spaced out for that conversation.
yes, you were told that.
All right. Wasted
Well,
it
like-
is.
We're here to.
why don't we secure rooms first, and then so we have a place to return to, and then head out.
don't see why not.
Come on,
So-
Ron starts running.
Wait, wait for me!
Catch us up. I'm catching up. Hey, wait up.
Right.
You sprint to the Luskan Arms.
Wee.
Very icy.
It's almost if the land's cursed.
No, I'm just thinking. If someone was sprinting there as fast as they could, would they fall? As awful as that would be.
I mean, if I'm understanding right, it's pretty much constant snow, so there's never a chance for any ice to form. Hard to run,
Hard to run,
but I won't.
not impossible. Carrion bursts into the tavern first, I assume, or the inn first, I assume.
I win!
It was never a race.
Oh, God.
I would say as well, though, because this is my favorite terrain. I'm not slowed down by the snow.
This is true.
So can I allegedly just outpace him? Not even trying.
Well, also, I have a 35-foot movement speed. So,
Apparently you don't win, I'm afraid. Sure.
Nah.
you're the third one there.
I'm still going to shout I win anyway.
You all burst into the tavern.
I win!
Do you have something in your throat there, AJ?
Lack of oxygen.
But we're not that high up, are we?
You are met with a tavern that looks like it was decorated nearly 200 years ago.
So in other words, we burst in and there's just a cloud of dust.
It's maintained mostly, but the decor itself is very out of date.
Please tell me it has like an awful taxidermy thing.
Yeah.
Like that lion in that Carmen Museum it is, but there's that lion that was taxidermied by a person who's never seen a lion.
Yeah, it's vaguely been described to them. It's got like almost googly eyes and
Yeah.
is slightly up in a humanoid stance, as if somebody's like, well, has it got 2 legs? Has it got 4 legs? I'm sure this.
Owlbears look like this, right?
Behind the bar, you see a quiet, balding man who's just got his head in his hands.
Oh, fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Sorry for the intrusion.
Yeah.
You all right, sir?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
It is safe to say I am unconvinced by your yeah.
I'm fine.
Right.
You know what I think would cheer you up, good sir?
Oh.
A lap dance.
Oh.
I'm not that smutty. Calm down.
Okay, Ruffles.
Surely the tail would get in the way. I'm not thinking about this.
The tail is for special occasions.
It's not just people up.
It's the special effects as well.
Unfortunately,
What do you think would cheer me up?
well, I would have used the tail, but unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, I got into a bit of a bar scrap, so it's a bit stiff, still on the mend. But if I could serenade you with a little bit of a dance, and he just hears this little as he pulls out a tambourine, maybe we can lighten the place up a little bit.
He looks round, and there's like the sound of a bit of wood just falls down in the background somewhere, and he turns around and like stands something, you're not sure what it is, back up again that's behind the bar that had fallen over. If you wish to try, you are welcome.
Are there tables?
There are tables, and you can see there are a few people dotted around. It's not very busy. It's clearly this isn't the place to go in town.
All right. AJ will leap up onto a table, like flutter up onto a table.
Just pass the tambourine. Attention, everybody! Well, all of you, meet Kokoi. It's time for a dance from the Avian of Joy. And I'll do a little dance.
Make me a performance check. That
Yay!
was so
Nice.
close to a natural 20.
Arian is also dancing.
If anybody else wishes to get in on the action, you are
He's
welcome.
not, he's not going to be on the table, but he's going to be like
Very
nearby. He's going to like kind of be just behind, just kind of be in a bit of a background dance.
The energy levels.
Somehow magically got the Macarenas. It's like.
The energy levels of AJ and Carrion are not fitting to a scenario that has been in winter for years, and everyone's grim and sad, and they're coming in like 150%. That's at least 100% too much.
Why do you think Brim's like this?
Yeah, Chelsea just gonna go in the corner and just kind of like.
Anyone who's not taking part in the dance if you would like to make me a perception check, you can see how well it's being received.
I don't think that's necessary.
I'm just gonna look, and also because she's trying to scan around, like see if there's anything interesting besides the dancing. As much as she enjoys dancing, there's other bits and bobs she wants to see. Roll.
Any shady customers?
I got a 6. I got a 7. A 7, John.
Okay.
I get out here. I was also more looking for like shady customers or interesting looking people,
Cherish.
or someone with a big bloody ice knife.
Cherish, you retreat into a corner and sort of just sit down at a table, and you don't spot anything with your roll, I'm afraid.
You get far too distracted by the horrible taxidermy. It's
You are trying, you're trying to work out exactly what animal it is.
Yeah, she's just really inquisitive about it. She's like, what is that?
You come to the conclusion after looking at it for the length of the dance that it's possibly 2 different animals that have just been kind of glued together.
It's a jackalope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brim and Dax, you look round and you can see that there's maybe a person at one of the tables that like starts to clap along with the dance.
Are they drunk?
They appear to be. They're not keeping great time with it, but you know they're here for the enthusiasm. They appreciate it. You do also see in the back corner 2 people in very dark clothing. That this is clearly a distraction to what should be a quiet evening of them talking with each other, and this is very clearly not what should be happening here. And about halfway through, one of them just sort of gets up and quietly leaves the room.
Anyway, so apart from my companions trying to liven up this place, do you have any rooms for let?
Yeah, I mean, sure. How many do you need?
Are you all comfortable doubling up in rooms to save a bit of money, or?
Don't see why not, but
I will have some caveats about who I share with. Because Carrion's already given me a headache, and Snicket's going to kill us. And
so if we put Snicket, AJ, and Carrion all in one room, and then
aye, that's perfect.
I love that the line's been drawn already.
Sherry said I'll probably just get a room to myself. Being the only woman in this group, by the looks of it.
That's fair. That's just you and me, Daxie.
Daxie?
Daxie?
Daxie!
Nickname?
Oh, well, that's stuck, hasn't it?
Dax suddenly turns to the man and goes, "A room for myself."
It's okay. Nicknames are no.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
So 3 rooms?
3 rooms would be best, yes.
That's 15 silver a night. Are you going to be down long, or?
I'll put 3 gold on the table, just tonight and tomorrow.
Okay.
Do we have a party fund?
Do we? Oh, we do.
I think we established one last time. There was some spare money, wasn't there?
Spare money left over.
There was like 2 spare, I think.
Oh, fantastic. There you go.
5 gold in the party fund.
5 gold. I was wrong.
Because I had a gem that I generously donated to the party fund.
Yeah.
So would you like me to knock that down by 3
I had a better
gold?
gem, but I didn't.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna BRB, guys.
Okay.
I'm afraid we don't have, like... Well, the biggest room at the moment is occupied by Nyreth.
Right,
But
yes.
Here are 3 keys.
Perfect. I'll distribute them. Also, have you... I don't mean to... Actually, no, I think we've troubled you enough. Thank you very much. And... Yeah, I don't know. Should we, do a bit of exploring before sitting down for the night?
Yeah, on the ball. Is Neareth Maxildaran? Is Maxildanar? Is he in right now?
You're not saying it right. It's Maxildanar.
Maxildanar. Is Maxildanar in right now? Is he at work or?
You're asking the...
I'm asking
the owner.
the bartender guy, whoever whatever he is.
He might be in his room. I can go and ask if he's there, if you need to speak with him.
Yeah, we might do that. So he's got the big room, is it?
It's the largest of our suites.
Suites? That sounds nice.
I'm afraid it's the only one we have.
Well, thank you, and I hope, I really wish that death comes soon, and you can, leave this mortal coil and do something else.
Do you want me to go get Maxil? I don't know.
I don't. It's.
Well, we might have other plans yet. I was just we have a lot to take care of in town.
I'll keep, I don't know, polishing a glass or something until you need me then.
Yeah. Wait, like on tenterhooks. Like, be prepared to run to get him.
I'll keep polishing this glass. Maybe one will shatter and cut my hands open.
He sort of shuffles off into the corner, and you can see he's polishing a glass that... It's clean. It's something for the bartender to do at the moment.
The idle animation hasn't switched over yet, so it's just...
It's slightly out of sync.
Sure, it'd be a shame if a meteorite crashed through the ceiling and killed me.
Right. Let's... Shall... Okay, I fancy a drink, and... although the performance was lovely, this place is I sort of lower my voice. I might depressing.
Yeah. Well, you know the expression, when you were tired of Targos, you were tired of life. So, and this guy,
Actually,
is very tired.
While I remember it, Dax, with your 19 perception, after the performance finishes, and as the group are getting their keys, you hear a loud squeaking sound, and you hear the scritching in the walls of something climbing behind the wall.
Like a rodent.
You're fairly certain it's a rodent in the walls, yes.
Of unusual size, you might say?
No, I'd say, Dax, you work out it's a rodent of fairly average for rodent size.
Yeah. Yeah. And would that be unusual, or is this just giving colour to this lovely establishment?
Giving colour to this establishment.
It's a shithole.
You rolled high enough to notice it.
Yeah.
You rolled high enough to notice the shittiness of our accommodation.
Yes, that would be is better. Like, roll the one. Oh, it's lovely here. The two people who seemed unhappy when AJ was dancing.
Yes.
Did they look like sinister, or like did they have loads of weapons, or?
They didn't have weapons on them. They were wearing black, sort of leather apparel that might step out a little bit from fashionable norms, but looked to be like sort of they had like the town emblem on, so you suspect they may be like city officials.
Ah.
And you notice that the one that did get up and leave left towards the guest rooms.
Oh, I think AJ's managed to annoy the speaker.
Possibly,
Is
or
that
possibly
what
somebody that works for them.
Well, I will pass this information on that they seem to be some manner of official or something like that.
The individual that's left in the room at the moment, sort of on his own, nursing a drink, is a tiefling wearing sort of a black leather outfit with a just like an armband with the town heraldry on it, and he's just sort of got about half a pint left that he's apparently this was enough to keep him here over the dance.
That was it.
Do you think it's worth talking to this guy? Like, this is to the group.
I mean,
Friend.
not all unscrupulous types know each other's, but it might be worth talking to.
Yeah, Dax will walk over to this tiefling.
He looks up at you as you approach and sort of nods cordially.
Were you not impressed by my companion's dance? Has it disturbed your afternoon?
It was a little flamboyant for the surroundings. My companion and I tend to come in for a drink and a quiet drink and chat about work. It's
And what is it that you do?
well, my name is Scath. I personally am responsible for the lotteries in Targos.
I came into an interesting moment.
We're just putting AJ in for the lottery.
Ah, damn. No, don't do
Thanks.
it. Come
No,
with
no,
that
no,
happy get-go.
We are chatting to a city official of some kind who runs the lottery. This will be the who gets sacrificed lottery.
Are you asking him that, or is that a in your head thing?
That's an in my head thing because this is the town that has
Yes.
a lottery. Because the people who were getting killed, they were in a place where there was a lottery, if I remember rightly.
They are all from towns that sacrifice humans. And
Yeah, this was one of the this was the town where the body was found by the docks, right?
This is the town where I've got to check my notes. This is where the shipbuilder was murdered.
Murdered.
Doesn't specify where in my notes, so unless somebody else has notes that specify where it happened, I don't think we mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought
like half this town is docks.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
all I've got, it was a human shipbuilder in Targos.
Yeah.
Oh, so you run the lottery? That must be stressful and difficult work.
Somebody has to do it.
Well, yes, of course. Like it's if you don't do it, more people will suffer.
Yes, we need to try and appease Auril.
It's a shame, obviously, because I mind someone just got died. Someone just got murdered in the town, and now you're going to lose that in the next lottery. You're going to lose another person.
Well, he looks around and is any of the rest of the group looking at this conversation happening?
Well, AJ just got chased by a cat, so yeah, they've stopped now.
No. I am strategically looking away from this and seeing this. It is also a bar in here, right?
There is, yeah.
Great. I'm ordering a walk me down.
Okay.
Yeah, AJ will go get a drink. They are rested now.
I am going to buy AJ's drink for him.
Oh, yay!
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to go and sit at the bar as close as I can and try to listen.
Yeah, AJ won't make it obvious, but AJ is an eavesdropper, so they'll try and listen in.
Okay, let me roll a thing real quick, and if you guys could roll me deception checks.
Yes.
Oh no, if AJ
Boy.
can roll bad.
Yeah,
Whoa!
No,
Do
but
I-
don't eat the custard.
Do I have to do it because I'm specifically not looking that way? Or
No.
okay.
It's
Give
fine.
me a second. I just had food. I'm
Okay.
having custard and biscuits.
If
'cause
you
it's
are-
nice.
You're fine, you don't need to roll anything for this one.
But I want to roll.
I mean, you can roll if you like, it's a deception check.
I rolled a fucking 7 though, so you're good.
Cool. You didn't need to, but you did.
Should Dax roll because he's obviously talking to this guy, but I don't know if I've actually
No.
lied yet.
You're fine. He looks past to the rest of the room, and then he just kind of leans in a little bit towards you, Dax.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna lean in as well.
And he's going to kiss you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know you said, and I bend my head so like, you know.
I mean,
No.
it is a shame. I accepted a bribe from Terran. And then he wound up dead anyway, so... But I mean, if you're looking, or if you know anybody who's looking for an out, doesn't want to be in the lottery, I'm happy to accept.
Yeah. Well, I
you know.
do actually know some people in town, and
Just a little bit extra greases the wheels, as they say.
So, how much is it? I'm gonna do the the rubbing the fingers together sign of Principal Skinner. You know, meaning money.
I mean, it depends if you want to be dropped from one lottery or all lotteries going forward. One lottery, I think, reasonably we can say is 2 gold pieces a time.
Wow. Yeah. And would just be open to like, is this for anyone in town who has the money? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you got to be like a important person or.
No, just he rubs his fingers together and just
Yeah. I do it
greases
back.
the wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
It helps line the town coffers. He says in a way that very clearly he means
Yeah.
his own pocket.
Yeah. Well, like
Oh.
you deserve some. Well, the city's coffers deserve some compensation
We deserve
for
nice things in
Yeah,
Targos.
you've got a hard. This is a hard job. I bet it's not popular running a lottery.
No, it's very rough. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons I'm drinking in here and not the other. Not the free flags. The person that tells people they're going to die is very not popular with people.
Yeah, it's. I can imagine.
Oh, and also for anyone that's note taking, here is the shipbuilder's name.
Terran.
Well, I am going to get up from the table, but I'm going to put a gold piece down and just say that's a deposit for a friend of mine, and who lives in town. And when I speak to them about, this, we'll see about getting some more over to you.
He looks at the gold and sort of waves a hand over it, and it's gone. Sort of, you don't even see him pocket it. It's just there a minute and gone. And as you get up and start to go, he's like, a thought crosses his mind for a minute. You can see it flicker across, and he doesn't offer it, but you can see there's something.
I'm gonna sort of leaning. Is everything okay, friend?
You're not the first to ask about Terran.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know that. I just heard that someone got murdered. Like, I didn't know the person's name or anything.
It was a
Who else has been asking?
about a day or so before he was murdered. I may have dropped into conversation with a underdressed, blue-eyed human.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
Very specific.
That he had dodged, that Terran had bribed to dodge the lottery.
Do you know who this blue-eyed human was?
I think he worked with that traveling caravan, the traders.
Can I do an insight check? Just to check that, like, what you're telling me is at least what he thinks is truthful. Because I'm just feeling like he's feeding me a lot of information here, and
This is getting somewhere. I'm gonna roll as well. Oh shit, my insight is minus fucking 1. Here we go. Oh, that cogged. Hang on, let me try again. Ah, I'm rolling low today. I've got 8.
Okay. If anyone else who is definitely not paying attention at the bar.
5.
Oh, I would love to. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. If it will load, please.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Brim.
No problem. I'm good at reading people.
Okay. All of you. I can't believe that, but all of you read that this is clearly not a smart guy.
He 100% got that man killed, huh?
Just gonna lean to AJ. This man's stupid.
This is the
He's
if you're going along the playground equivalent, this is the guy that the mastermind has set up to be the. No, it was him. You know, this is the guy that at some point for something is just going to be told. It was that guy that did it. It wasn't me. It was him, and he's going to take the blame. So
I
you
feel
get the
he's a little
feeling
bit
he's not
dummy
lying.
thick.
well, like, maybe, friend, talk about this stuff less. I mean, you can trust me, obviously,
Well,
but you know.
Clearly, also, I feel that Snicket
No,
just
shh.
woke up from the T-pose.
Oh, Jeff.
That was a good nap.
He posting is this canon now that every time Snicket actually sleeps or nap, he's actually T-posing?
Apparently.
So yeah, Jeff rolls after death save.
Yeah, we actually kind of died.
Just don't look down at what he's done to your armor while he's been asleep.
Oh.
Um.
Hot.
So yeah, he sort of looks thoughtfully for a minute. Well, I mean, I suppose I can trust you.
Yeah, you absolutely can, but just, you know, loose lips, sink ships, and all that.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah,
He sort of-
it would.
He takes a deep drink from his tankard and.
So, I'll say
I get it.
I'm just thinking is, I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
I'm
get it
rolling
at all.
an insight check to see if he gets it.
He
11.
does not get it.
He doesn't get it.
But have a good rest of your day, friend, and I'll walk back to our group.
He looks thoughtfully at the rest of his drink and carries on drinking, and if you wait long enough, he finishes it and then gets up and leaves to the same way that his friend went into the guest rooms.
So, I drink the rest of my whiskey. I set it down. Shall we
drink
go?
the rest of my milk.
Shall we talk on the way to the Three Flags?
Yeah.
Let's go on an adventure.
So, Dax, what did our darkly dressed friend have to say?
Well, he runs the lottery for deciding who is sacrificed.
Unenviable job.
Well, he's got a good sideline going and taking bribes to get your name taken out of the lottery.
Is that what all the and
Yeah.
I was
The
all the
thing
finger
means-
rubbing
means the-
was
Means the money, yeah.
quite confused at that point, but
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much a universal symbol for money and corruption and
right, yeah.
shenanigans. Yeah.
Well, that's what that means. I just had
yeah.
greasy fingers.
Well, greasy fingers, greasy wheels. Anyway, continue.
And it seems that Terran, the person who was murdered here, had bribed this fellow, whose name I did write down, Scarf or Scarif.
Scaff.
It bribed him. And
So-
this Scarf is amenable to more bribes. 2 gold, which I imagine must be like a handsome sum to lay out on a bribe in this town.
Do you think that's what connects all the victims? They all are trying to bribe their way out of the lottery. Or were.
Well, what he also told me, because he speaks a lot, he really says, just lays it all out there, that he'd mentioned the fact that he'd been paid a bribe by Terran to someone from the traveling caravan. Underdressed, blue-eyed human.
It's not very descriptive.
No, it's not. It could be any number of people.
No name.
But he's underdressed, so that's
Underdressed is a very peculiar name.
I believe it was a description of their lack of clothing, I'm assuming.
Well,
Well,
that would stick
you
anyone
know-
out as like a sore thumb.
he's got no pants.
Or frostbitten ones at that one. Especially if they're not wearing any cold weather gear.
Yeah.
And just for effect, Brim pulls the jacket just a little bit tighter as we walk down the streets.
So far, signs seem to point to the caravan. But I would say this guy just talks to everyone. So,
Aye.
he told the caravan about this. Maybe he's told everyone, and it's not. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the caravan who did go and murder the guy.
How quick did he offer up the opportunity to skip a lottery?
Exceptionally quickly.
Mm.
I can't imagine this is that much of a secret
Oh,
in town.
no, but that's. I don't think that man's gonna have a job much longer. But
I don't think he's going to be alive much longer.
I
So do we shoot him?
no.
I think we can save ourselves an arrow. I think, bad things are coming to this guy one way or the other.
No, I don't need arrows. I can make my own ammunition now.
Wild.
Well, but yeah, so what with Tiffin, this is the victim of the murder was someone who bribed the way out of the lottery, and people in the caravan knew that he'd done that.
Could be a connecting thing. Just means, and if if all of the lottery runners are as talkative as that one, it would be fairly easy to find out who has and hasn't paid.
To keep him in our good graces, I did put down a deposit for a potential bribe, just to make him perhaps be less suspicious that because I actually had given him some money.
Well, isn't that wonderful?
He was an idiot.
I'm just taking notes. So Terran wanted to bail out of the lottery, but get himself killed.
He did. He paid. He did buy his way out, but then obviously it hasn't done him much good.
No, so clearly, I'm assuming that might have happened with the other two that got murdered. Like saying they probably wanted to be bailed out, and then they got bailed out, and then realizing that.
Did someone bribe to have Terran killed?
No. Terran tried to bribe his. Well, Terran paid a bribe to get his name taken out of the lottery. See who was going to be sacrificed, and then someone murdered him. But I mean, if someone knew you did that in town, that would make you pretty unpopular. Like if your wife got sacrificed last time, and that guy who can afford it's buying his way out.
So essentially, they're paying for their own assassinations.
Indirectly, I believe.
But right now, we only know that one person did this.
True.
Yeah, we've not been arrested. They could be just shit instance.
So who did he bribe? Did he bribe the guy that we were speaking to?
The tiefling Scaff, yes.
One that
He runs the lottery.
and he's an idiot.
And he's a very talkative idiot.
About
But
this time,
he did say that blue-eyed human specifically asked about. It's not like he just kind of mentioned, "Oh, what about bribing my way out?" And then he said, "Oh, Terran did it." It's like, no, apparently this person asked specifically about that man.
Well, I wonder if what he'd asked was, "Is anyone?"
What made him speak up about it in a way?
Because like he said that you weren't the only one who asked about Terran, and that and that this blue-eyed human asked about Terran, and he told him that he.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was asked in the sense of, had someone bribed you recently? And he said, yes, Terran. But that could just be my interpretation of how I've taken that.
Well, didn't the underdressed blue-eyed human ask about Terran 2 days before he was murdered?
Yes, he did. It was before he was murdered.
So, little suspicious. John, you were saying something?
At about this time, you arrive at the Three Flags sailing. You are welcome to head inside and carry this discussion on.
And just yell out, "I can't believe Scaff takes bribe!"
And everyone will say, "We know."
Yeah, it's just like, "We know." It's just the beginning of Robin Hood Men in Tights, where they tell off Mel Brooks for setting their village on fire for the 1000th time.
Is the Three Flags crowded? Is it open? Are there empty tables?
The Three Flags is open. The atmosphere is subdued. There are a lot of people in fisherman attire who appear to be very cold and tired and just enjoying a bowl of stew and a beer.
Can I read the room?
I was about to say that Carrie is going to lean into AJ and goes, "Looks like some people need a time."
I'm gonna go sit down at a table and make some notes.
You
Go for
can
it.
see amongst
Start scribbling.
this
Oh.
is a plump, grey-haired woman going from table to table, talking to pretty much everyone for a few minutes, and then moving on to the next one.
Well, that's Ma.
Hi, Ma!
And as you come in, she sort of waves you in and points you over to a table, and just, "I'll be with you in a minute."
Right.
How much
Take your
can
time.
how much can I do in a minute?
What would you like to do for a minute?
I would like to make some notes, draw up some plans, do what I do.
Okay.
On the table.
Oh yes.
Can I try and stop Snicket from,
You
from
can
writing
attempt
on the
this.
table?
You can try.
Listen, Snicket, we're not. I know you've got a really good repertoire with this stuff back in the other town, but you can't do it here. You're liable to get kicked out.
But new
No,
designs.
No.
It's
If
like
you-
the father of this child, isn't it?
If you listen, do you have like a journal or something?
I have
Like a
paper.
designs-
I do
Why-
have paper.
Why not write in there?
I use it for the toilet.
You know what's a great canvas, Snicket? The snow. You can write in the snow to your heart's content, and no one will care. You could even take it with you afterwards.
Oh, good idea. And I run out and start just like drawing loads of stuff in the snow.
Yeah. We'll just make sure he doesn't get frostbite. We'll check on him in a bit. But
Snicket disappears outside.
Actually, if Snicket does get frostbite, it might solve the drawing on all the tables problem.
Quick question, guys.
Right.
Because I just got back. I want to know, when Scav mentioned about the blue-eyed guy, did they say he was working for the merchant?
Yes.
Yeah.
But was it like a specific one that we know of, or is it just one that might be random?
I'm pretty sure it was referred to as those traveling merchants.
yeah.
So I can only assume it was Torg's traveling merchants.
Yeah. I don't believe the actual name was given, but I mean, I certainly assumed. But that's perhaps, a mistake to assume.
Question from me.
Hello.
I know I came late, but I gather that the conversation with the tiefling was not very well hidden, like other people could hear it.
It was hidden enough that people had to roll to see if they could overhear it. If you wish
like
to have
other people
overheard
around?
it, you can.
It's not so much if I'm more like thinking, do I see if anybody else followed us from the other place, or anybody
yeah.
watching us from
make
outside?
Me a perception check.
While I'm outside, I might as well do something good with it.
You know what? I was trying
No, never mind.
You are mostly focused on drawing whatever invention has currently captured your attention, Snicket.
Crossbow.
And
been
occasionally the thought whizzes through the mind of, did someone follow us? But it is instantly pushed back out again by, crossbow.
This goes here, this goes here, I can put this here.
I would like to try and see if there's someone follow us, because I was looking behind us before.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
God, okay, my perception is a +1, so I can't remember that. I put my phone away for a minute because I'll do something real quick. So +1, 13. So I've rolled a 12, got a 1, 13.
Cool. You Cherish, you look at the door a couple of times, and you were looking back over your shoulder as you walked up the docks from the Luskan Arms to the Three Flags, and you didn't notice anybody following you. At this point, you do notice every so often the goblin just past the door, as Snicket writes out plans in the snow, and then like just goes back the other way, filling it in the other way. But you don't see anybody that's travelled from.
And then when I get back to start, I've got to do it all over again because somebody's either walked on it or it's melted. So I've just got to keep going back and forth with it.
Yes.
How big is like the main kind of bar room?
That is a good question. It looks.
I imagine it's not like huge.
It's not huge. It's sizable. It's a big it's a big hall.
Yeah. And is Ma looking like run ragged, or does she have help?
You can see that she's got some helpers, but she does sort of insist on delivering a lot of the food herself.
Right. During the first kind of like once we sit down at a table, I'm going to start just kind of like performing a little ritual.
Okay.
And in 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, I am going to cast something servant to help her.
Oh.
Okay.
Just kind of, Jeeves, can you help? Can you help Ma? She's looking really run ragged, and I think she needs some help.
You don't see anything happen for a minute, but then you notice that plates of food start picking themselves up and being delivered.
What?
During this ritual casting, Ma brings over menus for you all that just sort of say stew and beer and mostly like
just that's it. A huge like multi-page menu.
stew on one page, beer on another. It's
And then
a lot of other than stew, it's a lot of like comfort home cooked foods. It's all sort of warm, filling meals that you would have after being outside in the cold for a while. That aren't necessarily the best for you, but
But they're not. They're stuff to help after a day of work.
But stuff to help after a long day at work. And then she sort of disappears off again and says she'll be back soon to take your order. And then after the servant starts delivering food and beer to people, she comes back over and has like a little... Can I get you anything?
This something on the home cooked menu. Stew. And a beer, please.
Snicket will come back in. Snicket will come back in at this point, probably if there's food going.
Okay.
Carrying a load of snow.
Oh, I thought I'd crack that, but I thought we had a solution to this problem, but now we're just gonna.
Snicket takes a seat at the table, dumps a pile of snow, and you notice it has some of a crossbow design in it, and then it very rapidly melts.
No.
Sad.
Like that.
Let's do.
Oh, stew. Yes, stew. Ooh.
I'll have stew. And do you have anything non-alcoholic? Like...
we can. I'm sure we can get you something, dear.
Like, do you have like milk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a glass of milk. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't consult you before Jive started helping, but I thought you needed some help, so I got him. You got him for about an hour,
It's
and then
very
he'll
appreciated. Thank you. It does get a little busy in here.
Cherish will ask for just a beer and stew as well, please.
Do you have toast?
Oh, we can get you some toast, sure.
I'd love some toast and a beer.
I'd like some dry
Toast.
white toast. 3 full fried chickens.
Oh my god. Are there any non-meat options on there?
You can find something on there that's non-meat. There's not a. It is sort of a
Toast.
There's toast.
The toast has a little meat in it.
The toast is actually just slabs of bacon.
Does AJ eat fish? Because there's a lot of fish-based options.
I'm assuming there's like vegetables and all that.
But you could put together something
I
on the
assume
vegetable side of things.
I'm looking at the diet of a peacock.
Fair.
Green, I would assume mostly.
I don't know.
Some sort of seeds.
Yeah, I
Porridge.
was thinking porridge.
Huge
If there's any,
mountain of
Yeah, if there's any like fruit-based stuff on there.
You also do have to take into account AJ is much bigger than a peacock.
Yeah,
And thus-
I will have 1 grape.
I will have a grape, please.
Actually, no, I think
They are omnivores.
AJ can eat amphibians, so yeah, they can eat amphibians. So yeah, I'll have a fish dish.
Okay.
I don't think you need to be limited to the diet of a peacock.
Listen, I'm committing to this. They will have
That's
a
a commitment right there.
She
finge dish
writes down and
and a beer.
disappears off, and very quickly a platter of beers approach the table, unaided by any visible source.
I love how you say I'll commit to this and then ask for a beer.
That's grain, sort of.
Yeah. Grain-based concoction.
Sorry, did Brim have something he wanted to say to Ma before she disappeared?
Yes, if I could just catch your attention. Do you know if that troop of travelling merchants was still in town?
No, they left a few days. One moment, let me double check my notes as to when things occurred.
Hold on. She pulls out a notepad.
Take your time with it, don't
a
worry.
buffering wheel opens on her face for a moment as I go to my notebook.
So he goes over and just like taps her on the head. Hello?
They left. They left town about. Well, I mean, at this point, 4 or 5 days ago.
Did they say where they were headed? Well, I know their circuit takes.
Well,
Have you heard?
From here, they'd normally head up to Bryn Shandar. That's on the hill.
Right.
And then from there, from there, loading information about Bryn Shandar.
From deer.
I thought the reason we were sent to Targos is because they were due to come back to Targos.
Targos
They
was
were-
the closest place to where you were that a murder had occurred.
Yeah.
According to the notes I've written on this table, they're going to Caer Konig after this.
Yes, likely they would go to from Targos, they'd likely go to Caer Dinevel, and then on to Caer Konig.
Yeah.
How close is that? The second one. Not Bryn Shandar, the other one. Caer
Dinevel. I mean, from here, I mean, you'd ideally head up from here to Bryn Shandar and then across. And this is the right one. One moment. From here to you'd head up to Bryn Shandar, and then you're looking at maybe a couple of days travel.
No, thank you very much.
From here to Bryn Shandar, you're looking about 2 hours. Then from Bryn Shandar heading north. I mean, you could make it on foot in 2 days. Maybe quicker if you could travel faster.
Splurge for a sled. Thank you very much.
They might
Mark?
travel onwards from there, but
So how long were they here for?
few days.
Few days. Thank you.
They tend to come in and set up and do a couple of days of trade and then move on.
Do you have any? Have you? Just out of curiosity, we are a bit of a traveling band at the moment. In the adventuring sense, in AJ's case, musically, you had any rumors going about besides the and Brim kind of leans forward and quiets his voice and says, besides the murder that happened,
Terrible business.
Terrible business, Harry.
Roll me a d10.
Not the best.
7.
Not very Gucci.
Very, very Gucci.
Well, I hear in Goodmead, the town speaker was the town speaker was recently killed by a 9-foot-tall giant.
You don't say.
Rumor has it the giant stole a shipment of honeymead.
Oh,
Without which
now that's
a
a
handful of taverns in the 10 towns might go dry. But you didn't hear that from me.
No.
Oh.
Oh, we did.
That's just tragic.
Right, thank you very much. So...
I mean, if you were wandering adventurers, you could, that might be a thing to go and look into.
Hey, it might be.
And I need to know.
Oh,
that I
no.
could do that.
If the honeymead's being stolen, good meat is doomed! To be fair, they were kind of doomed in the first place. They're very depressing. That's why the alcohol saved them all.
AJ,
What?
I put, Brim puts a hand like right above AJ's head and goes, "You're up here. I need you done back at the table."
Why? Why does he need to be back at the table?
Inside voice is
Inside voices.
That wasn't inside voice. There was inside. And a voice.
AJ sits on the floor and plunks their head on the table.
And then screams.
I pet AJ, say like, it's fun.
I want what AJ's having.
It's just what you're having.
I look slightly disappointed.
As I said, a platter of beers floats over to the table and distributes itself around to you after a few minutes.
Thanks, Jives.
Jives or Jeeves?
Jives.
Jives.
And then
It helped,
maybe
Jives.
10 minutes or so later, the food that you all requested that includes steaming hot bowls of very meaty stew with a few nice vegetables chopped up in it. AJ, a platter with a trout is laid out in front of you with some fried potatoes.
I sit back up.
Dax, some toast is put in front of you.
Would anyone like some stew?
I have some, but thank you.
Yeah.
I personally don't like to eat meat when I've not caught it, because that's what I says with this is a isolated town in the depths of a never-ending winter. They sometimes get desperate for food, like, you know.
Hold on. I have. Have you? Is that the reason I've never seen you eat a meal that you haven't caught yourself? How scarce do you think food is in this town?
For a fact, there's very what was sold to people as one meat.
Hey, Dax. Hey, Dax. Catch this, and I throw some of my stew over.
You throw some stew.
Yeah, I said, catch this. Catch this.
Oh, if only I had deflect missiles.
I didn't like you throw a ball, or you just like.
No, I just like throw a bit of the meat in the stew over to you. Catch this.
I don't catch it.
Oh.
A spoonful of meat and gravy just kind of next to Dax.
Jives invisibly cleans it up.
A broom, just a mop, just sort of slides past.
A little dustpan and brush. Just...
Very nice.
It is a very hearty meal. Time passes as you eat.
Time passes. It is off to do.
Wee wee wee.
I think after a good meal, some good ale, unless there are some more pressing concerns, we should either bunk down for the night, or see if we can make it to... I don't know. Actually, no, it's probably not advisable to...
What time of day is it?
Currently?
It's getting on to like 7, 8 o'clock at night now.
All the stores are probably shutting down at this point.
Most likely. It's getting a bit too cold to be out in the streets.
Would it be worth? I know we don't know where this is. Checking out like the scene of the murder.
Now you're talking my language.
I think that might be better to do when it's light out.
Well, we have
It could.
torches.
I stand corrected. Never mind. Sure, yeah, I could do with a bit of crime scene investigation before I go to bed.
Isn't it a little suspicious just hanging around some murdered guys wherever he was murdered in the dark with torches and stuff?
But
I think the torches make it
Carrion.
less suspicious.
I think the torches make it more
Carrion.
suspicious.
Karen, dead bodies.
Yeah, but he's not there anymore. It's just boring.
You know, perhaps there is a remnant of his dead body.
Remnant.
Maybe a blood splatter, if you're lucky. A bone.
Okay, he just like stands up.
Well, I'm sold.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ma. I'm taking chives with a. Just clicks his fingers. Make sure Jive wasn't holding anything first, and then dismisses him.
The plates land on a table, and then...
Sorry, Ma. Love you, Ma.
Can I ask more once Carrion's left for a bone?
You can do.
Like just from a chicken. Something like that. And then I'll put it in.
She disappears out the back for a few minutes, and then comes out with a drumstick from a chicken.
Okay. I'll take the bone and I'll put that in my pocket for later.
Okay.
Before she leaves, I quickly stop her to ask the same question I have asked for the last few guys from the last town.
Do you know
Like
the
it.
Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
Muffin Man.
AJ, again, on the table. Volume level, please.
Head plonks again.
Into your food.
I actually like kind of don't really keep it quiet to the guys. I pretty much like say it in front of the guys anyway, and like I give her the description of the people that she's looking for.
Ma looks very apologetically and we don't get many visitors here. I haven't seen anyone, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Dave.
If I do, I'll have no idea how to contact you, but I'll make sure to make a note of it.
Okay, thank you. She sits like she slumps back on the chair for a bit in a bit of defeat.
We're all fucking off, so.
Yep.
Oh well, she'll kind of like sigh then and walk slowly a bit behind.
Could I catch up to Cherish or slow down to Cherish or whatever the appropriate?
I
I think it's
Slow
slowed down to Cherish.
Yeah. So I took from that we now know Cherish is looking for some people.
Yeah.
Right.
You're now more
Yes.
aware of it, yeah.
And I will say to Cherish, so you're missing some people that you're important to you?
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking for my siblings.
Okay.
They. Long story short, I received a letter from my older sister that she's fled and that she is waiting for me somewhere in Icewind Dale. But she didn't specifically say where she is. So this is why I'm searching. My reason why I've come here.
I do have. I know some people who could potentially help with your problem.
You can, right?
Sorry?
You can.
I know some people who might be. Well, I mean, I will help as best I can, but I know some people who might be able to help more.
Okay.
But you need if you want their help, you should be a bit wary, a bit on your guard with them.
Okay.
Cherish, you hear for a minute in the back of your head. This is an unusual thing. You've not experienced this before, but your husband's voice just says to you, "He's not lying. You should be very careful with what he's about to offer."
Okay. All right.
They don't work for free. But they can help people a lot. And it's good to be on your guard with them. But they deliver what is promised.
In what way should I be on my guard with?
These are people of certain magical powers, and they are always looking to their own advantage. But and you know, a lot of people don't like dealing with them. Well, they say they don't, and then they come to me and ask for help to meet them. But they are not popular figures, but they can help.
All right.
It won't be immediate because I'm not in constant contact with them, but when I can, I shall. If that's what you want, I shall put in a word.
Okay. Until then, I still be asking around for anybody to
No,
know.
Absolutely. If you can get it without their help, I would do that.
Yeah.
As you trudge through the town, the snow crunching beneath your feet, the wind whistling, you suddenly hear the very loud barking of a dog getting closer and closer.
Hello.
Borka.
And-
Hides behind Brim.
You look up, and Cherish and Dax, a large wolf-sized dog with light grey fur, runs towards you, dragging a broken leather harness behind it.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And as it gets to you, Cherish, it leaps up onto your front and just starts licking your face.
Oh,
Rips your throat out.
hey.
And
I'd
then
look at the.
Runs over and starts petting.
Do I recognize?
You recognize it's a dog.
It's a dog.
It's licking your face, and like between licks, it like whimpers.
Sounds like Bella when she
Can
does
I-
me.
Can I check its harness? You said it was like wearing a harness
Yes.
or collar, or
Yeah.
I want to check for any sort of like identification.
You
The
check,
harness is broken.
You check the harness, and you can see that it's like there should be a sled attached at some point. It's not here now.
Right, I do think.
But you can see a tag on it with a name on, and that name is Boy.
Boy. So AJ runs over. No, don't let him lick your face. He probably is in his own poop.
And as you say Boy, it turns around and looks at you and clearly, it knows its name.
Boy.
Who said it? Who's chosen to close this? Who's here?
Where's the
Where's your owner, boy? Where's your owner? Where's your owner, boy?
where's your sled?
It drops back down onto all fours and like starts pointing in a direction.
Well,
We should follow the Doge.
we're gonna follow the dog.
There might be someone in danger or dead. We don't know. Come on.
And it leads you a few houses over. And gets up to the front door of this normal looking house and just starts scratching at the door and barking.
You locked out, boy?
Broken
And-
harness is probably worse than just locked out.
Uh-huh.
A handsome man in his 30s opens the door, human, opens the door, and the dog rushes inside. And then the man looks up and sees you. And you can see the smile fades as you are clearly not the people he's expecting to arrive with the dog. I'm...
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello?
Come,
Hello.
you might want to come inside? Maybe...
This is very odd to ask us to come inside. We do not know you. What is your...
I mean, is that your dog?
Well, it's,
Yeah, quick question, yeah. Is that your dog?
This is why I asked. Yeah, is that your dog?
Technically... No. It's my husband's.
Sorry.
We all gasped.
And is your husband here?
No.
Was your husband with the dog?
Recently, yes.
You just hit the most defeatist from AJ.
And by any chance, were you expecting your husband back and now he's not back and now the dog's back and he's not, which is a bit weird?
That is correct. You have read this situation well, Mr. Tiefling.
It seems
I'm
like
Carrion. Hold that hand.
My name is Keegan.
Keegan.
If he doesn't reach out to
Keegan.
shake hands, I'm taking his hand and shaking.
He reaches out for your hand.
Yeah.
Is it how do you spell Keegan?
I will put his name in the chat.
I'm thinking it's like spelled like with K-W-E-G-A-N. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
that way.
I'm just gonna whisper to AJ and say, I think you might be single. He just doesn't realise it yet.
My name is
So-
Keegan Belrin.
That is incredibly morbid of you to say.
I whispered to
I
AJ.
have a passive perception of 16.
I just look at you. I'm not that desperate.
Well, I mean, I know the guy came to the door and you nearly fainted. You nearly swooned. So,
Listen, I can look at the menu and not order.
That's a really good way of saying I can look but not touch.
Would you like us to find your husband?
Yes, please.
Can we borrow your dog?
Would you like more information, or
Absolutely,
I
actually,
would
yes.
like
Let's
more
go in.
information.
Let's go inside.
Let's go inside. It's a tad nippy out.
come inside?
I feel like it hasn't sunk in for this man that his husband's gone missing. Would you like to sit? Would you like a cup of tea?
I
It's
have
colder
some
than the
cider.
shit out there.
No, I think it's sunk in plenty. It's
Oh.
snowdrifts that are shallower.
Oh, well, I wanted a cup of tea.
You
I'm
can
sure
have
it's
some
be offered.
cider.
Even better.
He brings in some cider
He's gone all
There we go.
Devonshire.
and explains. I was born in the 10 Towns, but my husband, Garrett, he came from a wealthy family in Neverwinter, but he'd never cared for city life.
Yeah, city life's boring.
When I met him, he was working as a guide. He loves the outdoors, lives to climb mountains. A few days ago, Garrett was hired by some adventurers to lead them up the slopes of Kelvin's Cairn.
Oh, steep climb.
Garrett's plan was to take the adventurers from here to Caer Konig, the town at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn. After they acquired some climbing gear from the outfitter there, he was going to lead them up the mountain. He took 6 dogs and a sled with them. Boy here was Garrett's favourite. He sort of scritches Boy behind the ears.
What were the dog's other names?
Don't ask my husband questions like that.
There was oatmeal.
We had
there was
boy,
Girl.
son, small boy.
Hey, you.
They keep the
one.
professional and
Here.
personal very separate. You know,
I don't
like
know, I was thinking of maybe like, oh, there may be fresh cut grass, there was
Raised him.
oatmeal, there was...
Raised him from a pup. Boy would never leave Garrett's side unless something terrible has happened.
no
You're
JJ.
very monotone for,
I'm very sad right now.
Are you sure? It sounds like you're reading out of a notebook.
It's a lot
Are
to
you
ask, but you've
okay?
already offered it. Could you go find
What?
Garrett?
Oh, well, I mean, we would, but it's Kelvin's cairn. It's very steep.
Well, also, we were headed that way anyway.
Oh wait, I can fly. Oh yeah, of course we'll do it.
I mean, I don't know what I can offer you, but you apparently.
We'll sort that out.
Exposure.
AJ, no offense, but you are a terrible negotiator for payment.
So, how much to bring back your husband's body?
That's not the best way to say it.
I'm pretty sure we can discuss payment.
I don't have money,
Am I being loud? Sorry.
but I know the owner of
I
the
just
Luskan
turned that off.
Arms.
Yeah.
I could get you free rooms at the inn.
3 rooms. Yes, please.
I'm also a scrimshander by trade. I can give you some artwork.
Yes.
It's
I like
not
art.
worth much, but
I don't care. In fact, it's amazing. Do you have any in here that I can see? But looks around the room.
he will show you some small figurines. He offers to put some aside for you. He shows you a whale with like the spout of water. He shows you a smiling fox. At the moment,
want the smiling fox.
He shows you the helicopter that's been just hovering over the house for the little while.
What the hell is that thing? I've never seen one of them before.
It's weird.
That's a very interesting art of that one.
He shows you a pair of dancing hares and a walrus with the words "Big Love" carved into it.
I want
Big
the
love.
walrus.
I kind of want the smiling fox.
If you bring him back, you can have all of them.
We'll bring him back.
Keegan,
Yes.
I am an experienced ranger, and I've travelled this area extensively. I will gladly help in exchange for a favour.
Oh, what sort of favor?
Well, that's what I call in when I need it. Not to sound too much like a mainstay of what could be considered American cinema. That day may never come where I call in this favor, but a favor.
Okay. Well, those and the artwork.
Sorry, those in the artwork. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's about all I can offer. The rooms, obviously, if that's
Always is good.
We're headed that way anyway. We might as well take. We might. If they won't, I will. I'll take it. And Brim puts his hand out to Keegan. Says, "I'm Brim, by the way. Everyone calls me that. I'd be happy to help."
I'm Keegan.
Nice to meet you. Shakes hand. Right, we were heading up to that a ways anyway. We're trying to get a bunch of traveling merchants.
I'd suggest if you're going to Kerkonig first, he likely would have visited Frozen Far Expeditions. That's where he would get equipment to climb the mountain.
Frozen what expeditions?
Frozen Far.
Okay. Frozen Far.
Yes.
Okay.
And where's that?
That's in Kerkonig.
Okay.
The Kerkonig is at the base of the mountain.
Yeah, I gathered.
Frozen Fire is somewhere you buy mountaineering.
Would you say it is frozen and far?
I'm from here, yes. Oh, I get it.
Ha!
I think it's
Hold on. Did he get it?
Oh, he got it.
Yeah.
I think it's more for going far from there, though. I think that's more the intention of you get equipment to go far from there on an expedition.
Yes.
Well, okay, we'll be doing that then.
I will take the cake before. Are we agreed that if I'm instrumental in finding your husband, a favor?
Yes.
I'll shake his hand.
Video.
So do we have a plan now? Were we going to do our CSIing?
I guess we could. Yeah, let's. Keegan, do you know? Would you happen to know where the This might sound a mite bit unusual. Do you happen to know where the body of the I have his name of Terran was found entire?
Not exactly, no. I know it was down near one of the docks, but that's, not an insignificant amount of the town. Most of the town is docks.
It's true. Right. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Docks is more direct than anything else we've got. Thank you very much.
I mean, I know there's all been cleared up now, so...
That was probably... I think the best thing to do is to bunk down and head out in the...
Good.
Okay.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, Keegan.
It was very nice to meet you, boy. Starts fussing.
The dog looks very excited to be fussed over.
Yeah.
We'll find your husband and bring him back.
Stay safe.
Hopefully in one piece. Hopefully in one piece.
Thank you. That is the number of pieces I would like my husband returned in.
I just tell Cherish just says like stay safe.
I mean, I'm gonna stay in mostly at home, so yeah, I'll...
I mean, he'll be fine. He's got boy to take care of him. Doesn't he, boy? More fussing, boy.
Woof, woof, woof.
Work.
Woof.
And there is one more person we could ask about what happened to Terran. We could ask, like, the speaker.
Right, yeah, that's... Well, we are headed back to the inn anyway.
Yeah.
Let's ask the speaker.
To the inn!
To the end.
You make your way back to
At
the
the end
Luston
of town.
Arms.
We're up to see the speaker, the wonderful speaker Ratagas.
That's good.
The balding man is still behind the bar.
I started
Very
Hello,
bad.
depressed man.
He looks up as you enter and...
Hello, sad man.
Now, have you remained on tenterhooks for the call to fetch the speaker?
Do you wish to see him now, if he's awake at this
Yep.
point?
Yeah. Yes.
Wait here. And he heads off and...
Does he kind of like shuffle off like really slow and like not in the slightest bit of urgency?
Hey, there's a little bit of urgency there. It's not a
Maybe
lot.
say.
Not a lot. It takes a few minutes, and then he comes back in again.
Speaker told me to tell you to fuck off.
Nereth will see you in his room.
Oh, will he now?
He's just gonna be in like a satin bathrobe. Hi there.
Well, hold on.
before-
No, what were we saying?
I was going to say, before we go in, let's work out what we're going to say. Like, as to why we're asking, or why we're looking.
Also, specifically, Hilm did say not to involve the more official channels of investigation.
Well, I to mean as in, don't turn him over to the police for trial or something,
Oh, true.
rather than don't, like, I wouldn't say we've been hired by this person to investigate this murder and we're going to murder the murderer.
Yeah.
That would be, but
That's
you know,
on the no list.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, judging by some of the people in this group and their exuberance, we may need a no list.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
I can make a list.
So we are here to ask about Terran.
Aye.
Why? What is? Have we been hired by his family to investigate? Or are we just concerned citizens?
We're a band of adventurers looking into a potential quest.
We're friends. Just say friends. We're a friend of his. Wondering what happened.
Yeah. And what's he look like?
Mm.
What's his last name?
Is he going to ask if we know his last name? Is he going to quiz us?
It might come up.
We are definitely not from here.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't think we'll be able to pass as friends.
So why not just say we're a group of adventurers looking for a potential quest?
That seems believable.
To which point he'll say, well, if investigations are being done by our people, we don't need you, fuck off.
Then you can stab him or something and we intimidate him.
No.
What?
No, you can't. You can't go around stabbing people.
Is that on the no list?
Well, we do have some information that he would not want to be public knowledge. So we could blackmail him if he refuses to help us.
If it comes to that.
Yeah.
Shall we just go and ask?
Let's go.
Yeah.
You head into what, for all intents and purposes, should be a nice suite of rooms in the inn. At one point, maybe a couple of decades ago, it was very lushly decorated. The decor hasn't been updated since that point, and so all of the very soft plush chairs are now looking very lifeless and drab and lacking in stuffing. But there is standing out from the decor of the room is a very big desk that a human is sat behind as you enter, and he is wearing, much like the other two town officials you've seen, he is wearing a much more comfortable looking, a much higher, like if you'd bought the same thing but for like twice the money version, like the much fancier version of the same outfit. Version of what you've seen the other two town officials wear, which is largely black outfit with a armband on with the town logo on it. He doesn't have an armband, but he sort of has the same black uniform. And he's just sort of sat behind the desk with his fingers steepled. Make me perception checks as you enter.
Nope.
Hang on a second.
Yes.
Perception.
Oh, perception.
Not bad.
Yep, that's good. I got a 15. 14 plus 1.
Okay. So Sorry, Tanny, what did you get again? 15?
Yep.
So... Tanny, Snicket, Brim, AJ.
Tanny?
Yeah, Tanny, you're there.
Who's Tanny?
You notice, for a
You mean
start,
Cherish?
you're in the room, Tanny. That's the first thing you notice with that perception check. Cherish has mysteriously disappeared and is somewhere else right now.
I'm in the game now, guys. I'm now officially the character.
Why is there a dragon in here? Who put this
Cherish,
dragon in here?
Snicket, Brim, and AJ, you will notice, like, you get in there and you get a minute to look at the desk, and you can see a map of Icewind Dale and a number
A
of...
mountain of porn. No.
God damn it.
A number of markings and sort of trade routes and things marked onto this map that this guy is looking over. You also notice AJ and Brim. You also notice behind him on a sideboard there is a covered birdcage.
Ooh. Okay.
It's got like a fancy sort of silken black covering over the top of it. I understand that you wish to see me.
Yes.
I just had some questions about the unpleasant business of the murder.
Oh yes, that horrible business. Official sources are looking into it.
Of course. Just freelance interested parties.
Private investigators or mercenaries?
Both.
Second one.
I prefer to say entertainment for myself, but whatever works.
The entertainment are looking into the murder.
Yes.
A bit of both the first two.
The second one, we were literally hired by someone to.
Are you serious?
You didn't want to. What?
Did you just say that?
Within
But I literally just didn't hear what you said. What?
What would you like to know?
just the beyond. If you had any more details, any suspects listed, or I know that's
Unusual details, or
besides the murder weapon.
You can see, in the corner of the room, Scath and the other town official, and Scath has a very guilty look on his face at the moment.
oh, hey, Scaff.
I understand
Ooh.
that Terran may have purchased his way out of the lottery. And that is a fact that may have come to the attention of one of the workers at, what was her name again? And he goes through some notes on his desk.
What a twist!
My understanding is that came to the attention of one of the workers for that Purga Icewind.
Ah,
I don't know
Right.
if that would be of any interest to you, but
Maybe if you could spell it.
yes, I think I can do that for you. It is spelled like this.
Like this. Torga Icewind, thank you.
She owns the traveling merchants company Torg.
right. Understood.
Do you think that him having purchased his way out of the lottery is a factor in this?
Official investigations are underway, and I couldn't possibly comment on an open investigation. But
Of
it
course.
seems suspicious, don't you think?
And when you say people are investigating, who is there? Is there a town guard or?
Yes, I have a. I do have a guard. It's quite sizable. I have it noted down here somewhere. I can muster up a number of individuals who protect the town.
A number, you say? That is a
We would
intimidating.
like specifics. In times of great trouble, I can muster a militia of some 200 soldiers and 16 veterans.
That's very specific.
Well, apparently the abstract didn't work for your blue-skinned individual there, so I thought I would go for the specific.
Yeah, that's much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes. No, wonderful.
Obviously, that is only in times of dire need. We don't just go around with 200 individuals guarding the town at all times.
No.
Of course.
And does it bother you that people are bribing their way out of the lottery?
Certain individuals' extracurricular activities will be monitored more closely now. And he looks over at Scath, and you can see is very much wishing the floor would open up at this point.
Where is Scaff again, sorry?
He's in a corner of the room.
Corner of the room, cool.
Do I get the feeling that he's been honest about this? As in, like, it seems like he's saying, Scarf did this. I didn't, have anything to do with this.
Roll me an insight check. One moment.
I would also. What?
This is an individual who is very practiced in the art of talking to others and knows how to hide things that shouldn't be said in front of them. You get the feeling that if he did know about it beforehand, bits of it shouldn't have been revealed to others as openly as they have been, and it should have been a closer guarded secret. You can't tell. You can't quite tell if he knew about it beforehand or if he's now sort of planning to take it over in the future. You get the feeling the bribes are going to continue, but they may have actually gone to a different source now.
Right.
Confrontation.
Oh, here we go.
Hello.
How deep is this guy in it? Up to his neck, up to his eyeballs?
Out of character, there's probably going to be a restructuring of what funds go where, and most likely won't be as opaque in their business practices.
Yeah, I took it that it was just saying, say if Scarf's getting bribes and he's not doing a very good job of running it, the speakers now he's going to be running it, and it'll be better ran and a bit more secretive and a bit more careful. That's how I interpreted
Up
it.
to his eyeballs, then.
Up
Can we
to his
shoot them both?
eyeballs.
Can we shoot them both and be done with it? I want to shoot them both.
No.
I must say, I don't think we should do this, but I do want to shoot them all.
Back in character. Right, well. I believe that is everything we need on our end.
If we have need of... I mean, we occasionally find that official sources are not adequate for certain tasks. If the town of Targos has need of the aid of brave adventurers such as yourselves, I trust that we could reach out to you for the right sum, yes?
Of course you can count on us.
Hi.
Oh, is this the out character? This is the townspeoper, right? So it's
Yes, it
we are
is.
speaking to... Oh, so he's not doing his like cowabunga noise.
I'm afraid
No.
he isn't.
I like his voice a lot better.
Oh.
Although he does sound a bit like an asshole.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dax will say, I'm not sure how comfortable I am doing business with someone with corruption running so rampant in their town.
Well, if you have need of new leadership for the town, you are welcome to run against me. Or disappear out of Discord also.
No, come back. I mean, no, we weren't considering that at all, you know. Yeah, I think you're doing a wonderful job, Maxel Dinar.
Maxel Dinar.
You are a most colourful individual yourself. I understand you put on quite a show in the common room earlier.
Yes, that would be me, the Avian of Joy. Or you
And
can
I
call me AJ.
I helped.
And Carrion helped, yes.
Yes. I mean, we might have need of your skills as well.
Oh, this is getting creepy. This is like...
Is I take it. Are we on our way going out at this point, or being ushered out to the office at this point?
I think we were just about to take our leave.
Cool. Is there any like small unobtrusive item, just like I don't know, a pen or a paperweight or anything nearby within easy reach?
Roll me a d20.
20 incoming. 14.
Yeah, you can see on the desk there's like a little silver. You can't tell if it's a paperweight or like a stamp.
Oh, I would like to reach out to it and can get this thing to go.
Magical tinkering.
There we go, magical tinkering. I would like to make it emit an odor of really rancid, rotten fish.
Why?
Okay. Okay, you do this and you back out of the room. Make me a sleight of hand check, Snick.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
A boogie woogie check.
Yes, it is going to be bad.
Yes.
Ooh, yikes.
You reach out and you touch it, and as far as you can tell from the audience looking at you, nobody notices or nobody reacts to you doing this.
Can I smack Snicket in the back of the head?
I mean, everybody here saw what happened.
Never mind.
So
Snicket.
you all see Snicket reach out and place a hand on this large,
Snicket.
sizable silver thing on the table.
Snicket.
I'm not gonna.
Please.
I cast it. I quickly cast it over Joy. Okay, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it, but I've already cast it. That's it.
As,
I don't take it. No touchy.
as
No
you all
touchy.
back out of the room,
Why are you in there? Why are you in this room and not the town hall? I'm just gonna yell that out. That's really.
I find this is a more suitable venue for certain business activities.
Could this guy be any more vague?
What does that mean?
It means he's on the tape.
As you're saying this, you see that he starts to wince as he's smelling something very rotten in the air.
Ooh.
And he and Scath and the other individual all sort of come out of the room and close the door. This is where I make my home.
But you're the speaker. Surely you should live in the town hall or something.
It doesn't have suitable accommodation for living in.
Sometimes people need their space.
I find that having a space away from the day-to-day running of the town where I can focus on other things is beneficial.
Surely it'd be better just to have a house. Just buy a house.
Have you seen the property prices in Targos recently?
You're the speaker.
I know,
Make
they're
the property
horrific.
prices.
If I make the property prices something for my own benefit, then that is the corruption in the town which your comrade is so worried about, and I wouldn't also wish to put somebody out of a house that they have owned. I find this is a much more amenable situation.
Exactly. This is why I don't buy houses.
And usually
I don't
it
buy
doesn't smell of rotten fish. And he looks at Snicket.
How would he know?
And then
Sleight of hand 4.
he saw what you did. He's suspicious. He's not accusing, he's suspicious.
Can't prove anything.
He well knows that he can't prove it, but he's suspicious.
Could Dax, very discreetly, just gently pull out one fingernail, and I want to try and put it on the speaker's person with sleight of hand.
Okay.
What, his own fingernail or just a random fingernail?
No, man.
His own.
What of Dax's? What of Dax's mean?
Why?
Shiraz is just confused about what's going on. She's probably gonna get another drink in a minute.
Okay, one moment. I need some character stats. There we go. Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Whereabouts on his person are you attempting to hide it?
Can I blame him for the fish?
A pocket or something like that. Just something where it would, snag onto him.
You reach to, he has pockets around the waist. He has a couple of pouches tied to a belt.
I'll go for a pocket around the waist.
As you go to reach for a pocket around the waist, he clasps your hand Are you really wishing to do that? That's my pocket.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you something.
He pulls
And now-
your hand out and looks in it. You wish to give me your fingernail?
It is a tribute from my culture. You give part of yourself.
He picks the fingernail up and he hands it to the individual who isn't Scath.
Thank you.
Your tribute is greatly appreciated.
And will be thrown away at the earliest convenience.
He says in a voice that makes it very clear that your tribute is not greatly appreciated.
Mm.
All right. I think it's time to go now.
Yeah.
It was very nice to meet you, Mr. Maxwell Denner.
I think that would be
Can't believe you
wise. I understand that you're enjoying the inn's hospitality tonight. So have a good evening, all of you.
Thank you.
Good evening to yourself too.
Yeah, could I have that gold back as well? For the the deposit that now is presumably meaningless.
Scath, jumps into the air and runs forward and pulls out the gold and hands you the specific coin back again.
Thank you very much.
And then just disappears back into the shadows as much as they can.
What an edgelord. All right, well, good evening. AJ, even though their feathers are still a bit stiff, they'll ruffle their feathers a little bit, just as a way of saying goodbye.
Dax is going to rush back to his room and not even say goodbye to people and use remote viewing on the token, the fingernail.
Now,
Yes,
remind
sir.
me what you
Got a
see with
feeling.
that.
I got a feeling.
Look at you go! AJ will go downstairs to drink some more.
I'll join you.
So,
Merry-
carrion.
A merry night between us three.
Okay. You all go down for drinks. Dax, you run back to the room. And...
Oh.
You concentrate on your fingernail.
Yep.
And you focus on it, and suddenly your senses travel into the other room. And you see that Scath and Maxwell and the other guy whose name you don't know have all gone back into the room and have opened all the windows, and the thing that the paperweight that was on the table that Snicket touched, they are examining it, and they take a deep sniff of it. Scath gets to take a deep sniff of it and throws it out the window.
Okay.
Maxwell looks to the other human, and just says to him, "They are sniffing around, and this could be bad for business, but legitimate business practices are up, so, well, we are okay there. Make sure that fingernail, doesn't see the inside of Town Hall. And he goes over to the cage and he pulls the cover off of it. And he covers it, like, he stands between where you are and it for a few minutes. And you can hear him feeding whatever is inside the cage. And he moves aside as he sort of strokes the head of a snake. And you can see that inside the cage there are two snakes, and just wrapped around Maxill's arm, so Maxill Danar's arm, is a third snake. And that all three of the snakes have wings.
Oh. Right.
And at that point, he gestures to, he gestures to the other guy, who takes your fingernail and leaves.
It only lasts a minute, and then it's just destroyed. It like vanishes.
And as he leaves, it disappears.
Fantastic.
Yee. Hey. Hey, girls. Hey.
I will then go down to the bar bit to speak to the others.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you took your time. Bathroom break?
Let me double
Everything
check. How
okay?
long does that take?
So what was that? Jonah, did you?
I was just checking. So it takes a minute. So yeah, a few minutes after the group heads downstairs, Dax comes downstairs as well.
I'm going to sit at the table and sort of, gesture, everyone lean in and be quiet. And when I say that, I was like, be quiet, and like sort of really focus on Snicket, Carrion, and AJ. Okay, when we left, they went back in the room. They've thrown away the paperweight, so that's gone.
No.
They are suspicious of us. They are worried about what we might discover. Also, the thing in the bird cage, it's like snakes. It's 3 snakes with wings. It's weird.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh,
Would we know that connection? Do we know that connection?
I have no idea. I mean, as Richard, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah. Would our characters know the connection of the winged snakes?
In all likelihood, let me have a quick look at your characters.
I said that, and everyone was
we had experience of this, we had a lot of experience of this in the previous
Experience is an understatement.
Yeah.
we've had encounters of it.
I mean, would Brim?
Brim might.
Is there something I can roll?
So
to see
you
it?
found something in the room, then?
Flying snakes? That sounds cool. Can we have a flying snake?
Keep your voice down.
Yeah, I have various abilities, and one of them is remote viewing. That is why I tried to leave a fingernail with them, and then I can listen and see what's going on. It only lasts for a minute.
Make me a history check.
Oh, I am not proficient in that.
Neither am I.
What do they do with the paperweight exactly?
Throw it away.
Where
I think
to?
I think it just went out a window, didn't it? I'm
It just
assuming.
went out a window.
Oh.
All of us, or just Brim?
Just Brim. Brim is the only one that's likely to know that connection.
Ah,
15.
Brim,
Aye?
you know that connection.
Oh, fuck. That was a very Okay. Remind me about the connection.
So the winged snake is the symbol of the black network of the Zentarim.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Did talent work for them? Or
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
They work primarily out of a lot of big cities, right?
They work out of anywhere there's a profit.
Okay. I was just wondering because of certain things that you know, if any attempts had been made on.
You wouldn't necessarily know a lot of details about the Zentarim and how they operate, but you know that they operate out of a lot of towns, but they aren't necessarily all in contact or in good standing with each other.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So it's a network, but it's kind of disjointed.
Yeah.
It's like when they gave those spiders drugs to see how it would affect their web building abilities. Yeah.
So
The Bitcoin of thieves guilds. I get it.
So in the room that Dax saw through the nail, there was a symbol of the Centarum.
Literal snakes, literal living snakes that he was feeding.
With wings.
Right. That is a very dangerous man.
He also said they can't have us seeing into town hall. That it would be very bad if we had any access to town hall.
Well,
so I'm thinking
town hall.
Right now we go to town hall.
We've got a town hall right now. Yeah.
I can disguise myself as the speaker. Walk in.
Before we go that deep into it, I do have to warn you. That man and his two cronies are part of the Zentarum.
What's that?
The what?
Would I know this with Neverwinter's backstory? With being in Neverwinter.
John. Oh, good point. Yeah. Sure.
What's a one of those things?
I cannot stress this enough. Keep your voice down. They're thieves, assassins, rogues.
Would I know, but I've actually experienced them, John, with
Roll me a history check.
Sheriff, a wisdom check.
History
check. Why did I hear wisdom? Okay, I've got a +1 in history. Try and get it to balance.
Oh God. Oh fuck.
I rolled a 15. I rolled a 15 +1, so 16.
Yes, you would likely have heard of the Zentarum.
Yeah, Cherish will pitch in and say, yeah, I actually know them lot. I've encountered them before.
Oh.
Neverwinter. Back in Neverwinter.
You likely wouldn't have necessarily encountered them yourself, but you would know of them and that you should stay clear of them.
Yeah.
I suggest if we are going to mess about, we do it carefully. And quickly, and then we leave immediately afterwards.
Sounds like a plan. I don't really want to be roped into any crime.
Well, we're not going to be taking any payment from them now that we know. Your gut was right about that, Dax.
Okay, and let's just think, because we've had the person who hired us, and then these people have very much pointed us in the direction of this caravan.
I say we need to get a look at town hall.
Yeah, and I just think we're being set up to take these people on, the town hall, the caravan people. It seems like everyone's like sort of saying, oh well, it's probably them, but not outright just saying that. But
I trust Hiln more than I trust the speaker and his cronies. So, but it's good to be skeptical.
But yes, well, I mean, I'm going to say I'm going to go to town hall,
Yeah.
and I'm going to disguise myself as a speaker. If the rest of if you want to join me, because I'm very upset about
go
something that's
for
happened
it.
here, about the thing that's happened here today. Well, I say I am. Dax is very upset about it.
No, you're fine. It's like I don't trust anybody who describes their work as extracurricular activities. All right. Well, if you'd like, I've got this guy self. I can be your like little assistant guy if you want.
Yeah, you could be Scarf, whatever his name was. Yeah. And yeah, I bet I'm assuming there'll probably be guards that'll just let us in straight away because.
That's how all the rest of us get in, or is it just you two going in?
Well, I mean, I don't think we all need to go in. I think it's more,
But what if something goes wrong and they find you out and they start attacking you and shit?
Then we die.
We die. Listen at the door or the windows.
I mean, we could say you guys have been hired for something, but I just feel it's creating more.
I'm not saying we get in. I'm just saying you can try and find a way of getting us in. More secretively, like I don't know, find a window somewhere you could get us in through, or.
I mean, I'm sure that technically I could just order the guards, if there aren't any, to go somewhere else. But that again might raise suspicions.
Or we could just follow you in, and you could say you've hired us.
Look menacing, as if you're like,
Brim's facial expression does not change.
Well, how am I supposed to look menacing? He says with the massive, very menacing-looking horns, razor-sharp teeth, and skulls adorning his clothes.
Yeah, I just grin widely and show all my teeth.
Okay.
I think we can manage that.
So, anyone asks, you're horrible, deadly killer people.
Horrible, deadly killer people.
Yeah.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Fun, isn't it? Exciting.
It's a certain kind of thrill.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this now? Because I think we should do it as quick as possible before they.
Let's go now.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
As you head off to break into town hall, or
hell yeah,
crime. Be let into town hall.
Hell yeah, crime.
We're going to call a close to this session because it is 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And will also give me a chance to work out what the heck you find at town hall.
Don't let them into town hall. Oh God, what do I put in town hall?
It's just a warehouse full of waifu pillows.
It's just like at the moment the building is just like the front of a movie studio. It's like a cutout. You open the door. There's nothing behind there. Nobody knows.
Oh dear.
Like nobody's tried to go into town hall, and it's just like it just falls over as you get inside.
It's the speaker's My Little Pony collection.
No wonder he wanted to be in that inn.
Anyway, with that, I've got 2 weeks, and we'll see you guys real soon. We will go over to the credits screen and say thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know we go live. A completely free way that you can follow us on the channel, support us on the channel. We will be back with the following streams. Tomorrow evening from about 8 PM, we'll be back with Minecraft Mondays as we continue the building of a factory in hell. And by continue the building of, I mean actually start this time building the factory, as last time we spent it traversing hell to find some vines. That was fun. He lied. Tuesday, I will be back with Middle-earth: Shadow of War. I've done a lot of leveling up in that game. So hopefully I'll be able to take on some of the next bosses and free some new areas of Middle Earth.
Ooh.
On Wednesday, Sean, what was the game we're playing? It's
Just die already.
Okay.
Wow. Say how you really feel.
Wow, indeed.
We're gonna play Just Die Already, the old people sandbox game.
We're gonna fuck about.
We're gonna be old people.
Very, very dismembery old people.
Interesting.
On
And you're gonna play a game.
I'm gonna play a game. On Thursday, assuming Angel's feeling better, we should have some more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And then on Friday, Jeff.
Yes,
It's
Prince
Jeff
Apocalypse
time.
are going to it's the Fane of the Eye. We're getting close to the end game now, but I got no idea what's going to happen.
Would you
Anybody have
say
any idea
we're
what's
in
gonna
the
happen?
end game now?
We're approaching the
Ooh.
end game now.
We're approaching the end game.
Spooky.
And definitely not visiting any maps that anyone has seen before.
Mhm.
No.
Why would anyone think that?
No, I don't know why. On Sunday next week, I will be back with more Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage as the group continues to look for their lost companion Underscum, and I guess also Ick, but give or take Ick.
Ick.
Ick the
Yeah.
Goblin. So that's all coming up. We are now going to do a raid, and that raid is going to be in the general direction of someone, probably.
Throw it at somebody.
We're going to go with Ginjar, 24/7, who's doing Stream Racer. So go give Ginjar some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. Get in on the races and see how well you can do. For now, bye guys.
Bye.
I didn't raid.